World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Good day. This is World News in 5 here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. Thailand and Cambodia have agreed to an immediate and unconditional ceasefire after days of fighting at the two countries' border, which took the lives of at least 33 people and displaced tens of thousands. The BBC reported that Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim stated the aforementioned ceasefire is a vital first step to a de-escalation and a restoration of peace and security. It is noted that Thailand initially rebuffed Prime Minister Anwar's offer to mediate, but agreed after United States President Donald Trump said tariff negotiations would not proceed until fighting stops. It could be recalled that tensions over the century-old border dispute had escalated in May after a Cambodian soldier was killed in a clash. Thailand imposed restrictions on citizens and tourists heading into Cambodia via land, while Cambodia banned some imports from Thailand, including fruits, power, and internet services. In other news overseas, United States President Donald Trump has claimed that there is real starvation in Gaza. The BBC reported this comes after Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu insisted there was no such thing as starvation in the enclave. Speaking during a meeting with British Prime Minister Keir Starmer in Scotland, US President Trump said he told the Israeli authorities that they might have to do things a different way. Trump's comments came after United Nations humanitarian chief Tom Fletcher said that while he welcomed Israel's measures over the weekend to allow more aid into Gaza in the form of airdrops and military pauses to allow food convoys to reach people, vast amounts of food were needed to ease the situation on starvation. And finally, United States President Donald Trump has said he will slash the 50-day deadline he gave for his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin to reach a ceasefire with Ukraine by weeks to just 10 or 12 days. The CNN reported this statement is being welcomed by Kiev, with Andriy Yermak, chief of staff to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, saying Trump was standing firm and delivering a clear message of peace through strength. It is noted that imposing secondary sanctions or tariffs that President Trump has earlier threatened to do so would have enormous global impact, and that involves punishing India and China for buying Russian oil and gas. India, which is a US ally, usually depends on Russian energy, while China, which is a Russian ally, is even more dependent on Russian energy while heading towards a trade war with the US. And that concludes today's edition of World News in 5. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, this has been Steph, Vicente. Good day and stay safe, everyone.
World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.